जब लाइफ मौका देगी क्या करेगा? आने देगा कि जाने देगा? घुमा के देने का, सुला के देने का, दूर खड़ा है तो पास बुला
भैया
के
छोटा बच्चा जोर से आ रहा हो तो आने देने का। मोची कुमार फिर आ गए हैं सनसनीखेज कहानियों के साथ अगले एपिसोड। कुछ दिनों के बाद आना हुआ। दर्शक कैसे हैं? अच्छा, तो then he goes on. There's another story. In the previous episode, I told you about the story how he got that role in Amar Akbar and Anthony. But now he tells us another story, another interesting. He goes on. Another story, another interesting story is how I came to join the cast of Kabhi Kabhi. Kabhi Kabhi, mere dil. 1976, a landmark film in my career. I had rejected it outright. तो उसने इनकार कर दिया था. चल पट डायरेक्टर को कहा. Early in my career, a megastar was on the rise in Hindi cinema. A tall man had appeared on the scene with a breakout performance in a film called Zanjeer that had many of my friends, including Bittu Anand, Tinu Anand, and cameraman Sudarshan Nag raving. I mean, oh, you know, kiski baat kar raha hai? The man, the star of the millennium, Mr. They all advised me to steer clear of him, but I was never afraid of being overshadowed by anybody. तो उसके दोस्तों ने बिट्टू टीनू और नाग साहब ने कहा भाई दूर रहना बच्चन साहब से. He is a deadly actor. Then he goes on, so it had nothing to do with Amitabh Bachchan being in it. I was just not interested in Kabhi Kabhi. अबे साला झूठ बोल रहा है, भगवान उसकी आत्मा को शांति दे. लेकिन भैया डरा तो होगा एक दफा, थोड़ा सा पेशाब तो निकला होगा. अच्छा जी. Then he says, I didn't even like my role in it, but there was a strong buzz about me working in the film. Jokes apart, he was a daring actor. And he was a very self-confident man, Rishi Kapoor, and he must have. Dharmendra and Rajesh Khanna's names are also being mentioned. When Yash Chopra offered it to me, I refused it, saying, give me Neetu's part in the film. Usme Neetu Singh bhi thi. Kehte mujhe Neetu ka part de. And went away to Paris, where I was shooting for Pramod Chakrabarty's Barood. He was perplexed. I didn't know that his financier, Gulshan Rai, had asked specifically for me, the new youth icon, to attract the younger audience. It seemed the movie could not be made without me, though by now Amitabh Bachchan and Shashi Kapoor had signed on. तो जो फाइनेंसर था मूवी का उसने कहा मुझे यही चाहिए, चिकना पपलू बबलू किस्म का, for the youth, the new youth icon for that Kabhi Kabhi role. So I returned to Mumbai from Paris to celebrate the one-year run of Bobby movie at Metro. Pramod Chakrabarty had given me a few days off on my father's personal request. After the celebration, I went to Delhi to watch a cricket match. The film unit of Kabhi Kabhi was then shooting in Kashmir. Shashi uncle did something unprecedented. He flew down to Delhi with Yash Chopra to talk to me again. मतलब वो मिलते तल्ले पे आ गए भाई उसके चचा छोटे शशि कपूर, वो उड़ के जी आ गए दिल्ली इसको मनाने के लिए. At no point so far had he intervened in my career. मतलब वैसे इसके चचा ने कभी नहीं टांग अड़ाई भाई. I respect him a great deal, as I do all my elders. बड़ा ही फरमाबरदार बच्चा था भाई. So I succumbed to the pressure, and that's how I finally agreed to be part of Kabhi Kabhi. मतलब उसने कहा चल यार चचा कह रहे हैं, याश चोपड़ा सारे कह रहे हैं, चलो. Even then I told myself that I would work on the film for a day or two and walk away, as I had to be in Madrid in 2 days' time. Between the time I reached Srinagar and my next flight from Delhi to Mumbai and on to Madrid, Yash Chopra made me work non-stop. We filmed 12 or 13 scenes in a row. The fitful start notwithstanding, I went on to have a long and affectionate association with Yash ji. So he tells the story कि eventually उसने यश जी के साथ और भी बड़ी फिल्में की और बड़ा वो है शुक्रगुजार है यश जी का. The filming of Kabhi Kabhi in Kashmir was eventful in many ways. It was the first film after Bobby that I was shooting there. I was no longer an unknown newcomer but a star, and I stayed at the Oberoi in Srinagar. Then he goes on, Kabhi Kabhi was planned as a 2-month start to finish schedule, but because I had not given a straightforward yes, it took a little longer. My work in it was completed over 7 different trips. This period also marked the beginning of political unrest and anti-India feelings in Kashmir. An ugly incident happened on the last day of the filming for the song featuring Naseem, Neetu and me in Pahalgam on my birthday at that. तो एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग किस्सा सुनाने लगा है ये. तो वो कहता है कि उस वक्त कश्मीर का इशू चल रहा था और एक बड़ा मजेदार इंसिडेंट ugly. Yash Chopra had organized a party for me that evening. The entire unit, including a lot of young kids who had come in as junior artists from Delhi, was invited. While our party was swinging inside, a number of horse owners and taxi drivers waited outside the hotel. One of the drivers got drunk and picked a fight with the horse owner. Yash Chopra's assistant, Deepak Sareen, went out to resolve it, but the situation rapidly spun out of control. There was chaos, with the 1,000-strong mob flinging stones and fireballs at the hotel. The crowds were baying for Deepak Sarin's blood and mine too. मतलब वो है पथराव शुरू हो गया होटल पे and they were after him और इसके secretary assistant, sorry, Yash Chopra ke. Inside the hotel, we were all herded off to our room society and asked to lie down under our beds. इनको बिस्तरों के नीचे चुपता. Our rooms were locked from the outside and the curtains were drawn. But the windows were soon smashed to smithereens and the hotel was gutted. Those were by far the scariest moments of my life. Nazir Bakshi, our local liaison, had to contact Chief Minister Sheikh Abdullah at that time, who had us evacuated with the help of military. It was an unfortunate incident, and the Horse Owners Union apologized to me later on. But 3 years had to pass before I could bring myself to visit Pahalgam again. So that's an interesting situation. They got stuck. Must have been really scary for Rishi ji. So that's the Kabhi Kabhi story that he has narrated. He didn't want to. He was pressurized into doing it. And then this incident in a hotel where there was a fight between the horse owner and a taxi driver and went out of control. And then they went after these actors and they were... So I don't know. It was an anti-India sentiment that triggered that thing. So अभी इधर ही रोकते हैं, अगली किस्त में फिर से हाजिर होंगे.
लाइफ मौका देगी, क्या करेगा? आने देगा कि जाने देगा?